My dad died in 2012, and I had an inheritance of about $100,000 that I haven't touched, and it's sitting in bank.
Okay.
And, I was wanting to know which would be the best way to invest it. I'm 18 years old. My home is paid for. About 300 acres of land. We're small-time farmers, and I'm I'm thinking about going to engineering school, but I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to figure out what would be the best way we starting out to invest my $100,000.
John, great question. And, wow, it sounds like you're off to a great start. What a blessing. And I'm sure your dad worked real hard for that money. I would say, John, I would tell you not to do anything with it right now. I mean, I feel really good that you have it in the bank. It's just sitting there in the money market. I know you're not making anything, but you're not losing any either. And I think it's important until at least the dust settles, till we see what is happening in this economy, John. I think it's important that you preserve it and not do anything with it. We're not called to bury our talents in the sand. I know that and I understand that, but we're also called to be good stewards. And I'm just praying that as God gives us a little bit of insights and understanding of the times, that we can be prudent and wise. So I think that you need to leave it alone. I wouldn't mess with it. If you decide to go back, if you go back to school, and obviously that's going to cost something, I don't have a problem with you using that money, because using that money is going to keep you out of debt. And you can go back to school without any debt, and maybe go between that money and your modest income from your farming efforts, that maybe you could pay for school with only using very little of that money. So I'd rather see you kind of get that sorted out first. Let's let the economy kind of get some certainty back into it. Either we're certain that it's horrible and it's going to stay horrible, or we're certain that it hit a bottom and it's going to start getting better. But we need some certainty in the markets before I would feel good about you investing any of that. So I would keep it where it is. Use it as your emergency savings. If you have an emergency, of course you can use it. But, use it to keep yourself out of debt if you do go back to school. But you can't, I don't want you to try to invest it on the short term for a year or two. It's far too risky. You could end up losing, $10 or $15, $20,000 of it, maybe even more. And I'd hate to see that happen. So too uncertainly certain. So just sit tight. You did the right thing with it. And I just keep it sitting right there for a little bit longer.